Run is a new Hulu original thriller that was directed by Anish Chaganty and stars Sarah Paulson and Kira Allen. This is a movie that I wasn't aware of about until it dropped on the streaming service November 20th. Even though I knew nothing about it, I decided to check it out purely based on the small amount of newer releases dropping. It seemed like October just had so many movies and TV shows dropping at once, and then November just kind of cooled down, and nothing has really been released. Desperate for a new standalone review, I went ahead and pressed play on the movie. And I'm pretty glad that I did because this is a really solid thriller. I didn't love everything about it, but it had some incredible tension and performances were both really good from both the leads. I wasn't shocked at all when I found out the same guy who directed this movie, Anish Chaganty, also directed 2018 Searching. And even if that movie is a much better film than this one, the way he crafts tension and dread for his characters is truly incredible. Each scene is set up in a way that is extremely tension-filled and will tear your nerves to shreds. While I was watching the movie, I kept having the feeling like wanting to look away, but just not being able to. It was just that stressful. Run really keeps you on your toes the entire time, throwing shocking moments at you almost every second and never letting you breathe. Now, while that mostly has to do with the direction, sound design, and cinematography, I do have to give some credit to the script. I only say that because of my issues with it that I'll get to later, but the way each moment is set up thematically is pretty great. Each scenario being presented in one way and then flipped on its head halfway through. This mostly has to do with the medical conditions of the main character. It not only causes obvious issues from the start, but creates more when she progresses through the scene. Just the way each moment fills with tension and unfolds is fantastic and deserves to be applauded. Even though the exhilarating and edge-of-your-seat thrilling moments were the best part of the movie by far, the performances from both lead actresses deserve a lot of credit as well. Sarah Paulson is exceptionally creepy here, really proving that she's going to be a staple in horror for years to come, and Kira Allen really kills it with this breakout performance, really just throwing herself into the role, and it's great. This is a really fun, technically sound thriller. The performances are great, tension is amazing, the direction is on point. There's just one major flaw that's holding it back from being a really good to even great movie. When I was praising the script just a few moments ago, I was hesitant on purpose. Because for as much as good as there is in it, it's the major component holding this movie back for me. The story really isn't great at all. The first act is way too choppy and doesn't make a ton of sense when looking back on it. There's way too many conveniences, and everything just feels a little undercooked. Almost like the movie is missing a few story beats. The main character starts to grow suspicious of her mom way too early on in the movie, and it hinders any chance of the audience latching onto her character, rooting for her. For a solid 45 minutes of the movie, she just seems like an over-paranoid teen who is taking things way too far. And that would have been an interesting and unique perspective if that's what the filmmakers were actually going for, but it's made obvious that it's not. And even if the ending was extremely shocking and really messed up and kind of cool, not gonna lie, the way the information is found is just way too inconvenient and lame. Honestly, I'm pretty happy that I ended up checking out Run. Even if the script needed to go through major changes and have a couple more redrafts, I had a fun time with it. The tension was fantastic, the direction was excellent, the performances were great. It's just a really solid thriller that has a few things holding it back from being really something special. I'm going to give Run a B. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. I know I haven't been really posting a lot of singular reviews lately. I've been trying to just find anything I can review. There really isn't a lot coming out right now. I do promise 2 roundup reviews will drop before the end of the year, and there is a lot of new movies coming out in December, so I will obviously be checking out those. Other than that, I will see you guys later.